Hi, I'm Ann Tyler Conradi, and if you're watching this video, it's because I'm not here to greet you. I would like to show you around Becca. Come on in. This is our main deck living zone for anyone who books the yurt Becca. The word gur is yurt in Mongolian, so that's where it comes from. So what I'd like to tell you here first is that there are 3 appliances that use propane gas, and each of them are not hard to use, but a few tricks will help you sort it out. So the first one is the gas grill for the barbecue. We have it on a timer. We're not trying to control how often you grill or how long you grill, but we put it on a timer because our hot water heater is also on propane, and we just want to make sure that people don't go to bed and forget to turn off something that was with gas, and then they wake up in the morning and they don't have gas. So the way it works is you turn the timer, then you turn the valve, then you go to the grill and you turn on the grill in the normal way that you would. You hit the lighter and you push the gas on. This grill is on a long hose, so it's meant for you to roll out if you'd like to. If it's hot and you want to pull it out into the breezes, you can. If it's raining, feel free to tuck it back under. Either way, we conveniently have a fire extinguisher right next to it if things go awry. Second thing that I want to show you that uses gas is the fire pit. Your lighter for the fire pit is a chargeable lighter. It's very fancy. So you can unplug it, bring it over to the fire pit, and then look for the timer. Turn the timer on, turn the valve on, and then light it with your lighter. Oops. Whew. And don't singe your eyebrows. There it goes. Both sides. Then you can adjust the valve if it's too high or too low. And this fire pit's great for s'mores. We prefer cooking on the barbecue, but the fire pit's fun for atmosphere and for s'more making. The third thing that uses the propane gas is the hot tub. There are 3 different hot tub switches. So the first one is the lights, and it's really nice at night. Is the first one. The second one is for the jets only. Our hot tub works like a sand, it has a sand filter, so it works like a pool. And so sometimes the jets are just going because the pool's doing its thing, filtering. Other times, if you want to control it yourself because the jets aren't going at that moment, you can turn them on with the second switch. And then the third one does the jets and the heater. And you'll hear a whoosh from the heater when it kicks in. If you don't hear the heater kick on, you can turn the jets on and the jets and heater at the same time, and that will kick it into gear. In the bathroom, you have a hair dryer and shower and working toilet. Flushing, I should say. Flushing toilet. Also on the deck is the TV. Our TV pulls out from the wall. The cable box is in the wall, so we keep our remotes here behind the TV in a little pouch. And you can, if you're short like me, feel free to use the stool. But when you pull out these, you'll see very quickly that there's an option. If you have your own account for Netflix, Hulu, Roku, or ESPN, you can log in with these buttons. If not, you click on the HDMI and it'll go to the cable, and then you can push guide and channel up, channel down on the Spectrum remote. And the Spectrum remote, like I said, the cable box is in the wall, so it works best if you shoot the remote at the little eye that's attached to the bottom of the TV. It will see that the remote talks to the eye, not to the box, since the box is in the wall. And then we just ask that you please be conscious of neighbors and don't have it too loud, as sound really travels around these hills, and we have other guests staying at other yurts. So the last thing on the list for the outside area, or the outside lights, they're right over here by the grill. And I highly recommend familiarizing yourself with the outside lights because it is very dark up our hill. And if you leave and come back at night, you're definitely going to want to leave lights on for yourself because otherwise it's really hard to find your way back to Becca. And then one more thing I just thought of I wanted to tell you about are the property lines. So we have trails that go down from each yurt, and you're at the first yurt, and then there's 2 more past you on the hill. So we just ask that you be mindful of neighbors. Again, make sure that you don't encroach onto their zone. It'll be pretty obvious when you get to a spot where you start seeing trails to other yurts. And but feel free to wander. The property line goes from the road. It makes a giant loop. Our driveway road that you came in on makes a big loop around to Wind Ranch Road, and that's your 10 acres to hike in. So we just ask that you don't hike up the hill because that's not our property. Hike downhill, and along the roads, you're welcome to hike all to your heart's content as the weather permits. Let's go on inside the yurt. So Becca is Mongolian. This is 3,000 years worth of engineering, and it's made by a family in Mongolia that hand paints and hand strips all of the Siberian pine. We have a little sheet on the desk that has fun facts about the yurt that's pretty interesting to take a look at. And then we also have a guidebook on the desk that gives you ideas of places you can go to in Wimberley, things you can do here. And we have a survey and a guest book. We would love, love, love your feedback as we're new, and we like to hear from our guests and what they like and what they have suggestions on. There's also a key in each yurt. It's pretty safe up here on the hill, so we don't worry about safety too much, but from time to time people have laptops or just would rather lock their things in here when they leave. So feel free to use the padlock on the outside of the door, and we have this nice big felt key ring so that hopefully you don't forget and leave it in your purse and take it home with you. The last thing I wanted to show you in the yurt is the AC heater. It's called a mini split, and if you aren't familiar with mini splits, they're very easy to use. It's super quiet and efficient, and it has a remote that if you point the remote at the mini split, it makes a beep. So I just did the temperature up, go up one more. I'm not close enough to it. Let's try again. There it goes. It beeped. So stand close enough, it'll beep, and then your mode right here will change it. Right now it's on automatic, but I can change it to air conditioning, fan, heat, or back to automatic. Right now it's October, and the mornings are cool and the afternoons are hot, so we have it switching back and forth. And then there is a fan mode that does the fan up and down, or we can leave it on a automatic as well, and then we just leave it going all the time, so feel free to leave it on. Checkout is at 11, so when it gets time for you to check out, all we ask is that you take your things out of the refrigerator, remove all of your food, and clean your dishes, leave your sheets in place, leave your towels in place, and we'll come in and take care of it from there. Have a great stay at Yurtopia, Becca.